And Shannon Moore, I've got to say, this is a good-looking young man. He's built well, he's packaged well, and look at that drop kick from a standing position, and Willow the Wisp is out across the way.
Willow the Wisp was doing a little dance, and Shannon Moore was concentrating on wrestling, and now the crowd is getting behind him.
You know, Bert Prentice, I think, brought up a very good point in looking at Shannon Moore. I remember I was very young when Bill Dundee first came to the South from Australia. And he was about this size, maybe a little smaller. And he became one of the most prolific professional wrestlers that the sport has ever seen. And not only that, had to be one of the most popular wrestlers in the history of the game. Look at that move. Shannon Moore holding on, a little test of strength with Willow the Wisp. They're going to do it again. He's going to try to bring Willow over, up and over. Nice move by Shannon. Boy, look at this. Looks like a little Japanese style in there.
Great move by Shannon Moore, going for the cover.
Got the savate kick. Count of 2 was all he got on Willow the Wisp. Backs him into the turnbuckle. Here comes a reversal. Shannon up. Caught. Up. Down. Across. Over. Look at this.
My broadcast colleague, Michael St. John, having a hard time following the action, as am I, and as are all the fans. And now Shannon Moore out on the ropes. Willow the Wisp gets a big chop to the chest for his efforts.
I got to tell you, Alan, very few matches leave me dumbfounded. I'm just watching the action and enjoying both of these athletes. Look at that! Holy cow with that flying head scissors. Willow the Wisp is down. Shannon Moore gets the cover. Count of 2 was all he got. As the Wisp puts the leg over the middle or over the lower ropes, that caused the break in the count.
Well, that's right. Shannon Moore didn't see that Willow was so close to the ropes when he went for the pin. That's where the inexperience comes in. Shannon Moore, as a matter of fact, just graduated high school months ago. And he's already in the wrestling ring here on MCW on nationwide television, going up against Willow the Wisp.
Willow the Wisp goes for the count of 2 after that big slam. I tell you, that was just one of those power bombs that he whipped him down. And the whole building shook when Shannon Moore hit that canvas that time. Backed into the ropes, across the way, back body drop, up and over. And boy, Shannon Moore went 10 feet in the air before he came back down. Alan, I am impressed. I'm impressed by both of these young men, but I got to tell you, Shannon Moore, there's some kind of spark in this young man that I think will prove to be very much a passionate spark in the world of professional wrestling. This is the kind of young talent you really like to see in the ring, actually, from both of these wrestlers.
That's right. Shannon Moore, he's got youth, he's got fire, he's got the moves, he's got the speed, the quickness, and light heavyweight titles all over the country are no longer safe now that Shannon Moore is in the game.
I got you, and I'll tell you, he's also got some stamina. Willow the Wisp setting him up. Looks like he's going for a full suplex. Picks him up. Whoa.
Drops him face first. Willow the Wisp going to follow it up with a cover. Doesn't hook the leg.
Count of 2, and Alan, you're correct there. Had he hooked the leg, I think he may have had the pinfall that time on Shannon Moore. You know, as I'm watching this and I'm thinking, and like I said, and you're right, I've been dumbfounded a little bit at the maneuvers and the moves that these men are putting on each other, and to be so young and doing this. But I'm reminded not only of some of the styles I've seen abroad in Japan, but also of lucha libre out of Mexico.
That's right. The new breed of professional wrestlers are utilizing styles from across the world in their wrestling repertoire, and it's made for a lot of exciting matches here in the United States. You know, the last match we saw was Shane Eden. Shane Eden, considered one of the top lighter weight wrestlers here in MCW. Also, I would put Chris Michaels into that category as well, and I would love to see either Shannon Moore or Willow the Wisp against either of those two men.
Well, you know, the other thing about, you were talking about youth, and youth is serving these two well. Count of 2 again. Willow the Wisp going for the cover. So youth is serving these two well because a lot of the more veteran athletes, to the pace of this match, would have probably been counted out, or this match would have been over a long time ago.
That's right, and also unfamiliarity with the lucha libre style or the Japanese style that leaves so many moves in the arsenal of the younger wrestlers.
Oh, he caught the chin right on the apron. Shannon is in some trouble now. And now, no, he came right back and reversed it on Willow the Wisp. And Shannon Moore coming across, up and over on the side of the apron. Whoa, look at this, right in front of the crowd across the way. And down goes Willow the Wisp, and a little somersault in a back and a back somersault, and down he went, and both men are down, Alan.
A moonsault off the second rope from the ring to the apron. And if you notice, Willow the Wisp was the first one in, and he was the one who got hit with the move. That's why they call him high risk.
Downstairs on Shannon Moore, a shortcut that time by Willow the Wisp. It's been a pretty clean match up until now. Quick pace, but very clean. Look at this. Shannon going, grabs him, and down he goes. Bulldogged into the ring. 1, 2. Will he get him? No. Count of 2 was all he got.
I thought he had him there, but again, he didn't hook the leg, and that's where the youth becomes a negative for these young up-and-comers.
Moonsault off the top rope, and that time nobody home. Shannon Moore down. Count of 1, count of 2, and Shannon puts that shoulder up. Count of 2 again. Again, the shoulder coming up. Now, Willow the Wisp trying to loop him down. Up on the shoulders. What do we got here? Down off the back wall. Look at that reverse. 1, 2, 3. An instant sunset flip. Both men worse for wear in the ring, but what a match you just saw here on MCW Wrestling. And Shannon Moore gets his initial victory here on the program today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most asked question here at MCW Wrestling, how do you get the Colorado Kid t-shirt? How you get the Wolfie D t-shirt? How you get the Style and Shane t-shirt? The Style and Shane video, buttons, photo buttons, pictures, souvenirs, anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the address is there on the screen. P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee, 37217. You mark that on your envelope. Put in $2 to cover the cost of the catalog and shipping, and we will send you a catalog of MCW merchandise. And I mean everything from the photo buttons to the pictures to the caps, the mugs, the T-shirts of your favorite wrestling stars. Order a catalog today for just $2, and that'll cover the shipping and the cost of the catalog, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Over 200 videos are listed in there. Anything you want pertaining to MCW Wrestling, this is where you get it. Right today.
I remember my first time. I'll never forget it because I was so nervous, but so excited too. I mean, I heard a lot about it and how great it was. All my friends were doing it, and I wanted to do it too. It was even better than I thought. And now, I do it almost every night.
I remember my first time. I was so excited that, well, you can guess what happened. Now that I'm experienced at it, I go on for hours at a time.
Welcome to the Night Exchange, where hundreds of people in your area are on the line right now. It's simply the area's hottest new way for adults to safely connect with other adults by exchanging voice messages or talking live one-on-one. Take it further only if you feel comfortable. It's 24-hour-a-day fun, flirtation, or anything you want it to be. And it's as easy as picking up your phone.
To wake up your senses, call the Night Exchange now. Call one of the numbers on your screen and enter code 600.
We're back with more MCW action as the former North American heavyweight champion, the Colorado Kid, squares off against Chris Kearns, but everyone's still reeling from that blockbuster announcement by Mr. Bill Behrens, the two newest members of MCW Georgia, the Tennessee Vols.
Yeah, does that mean that they're going to be the Georgia Vols now, Al? I mean, I have never heard of such low-down shenanigans by a member of the quote-unquote staff here at MCW. I mean, MCW is turned upside down. Not only do we have a new North American champion in Recon, we have the quote-unquote Tennessee Vols as members of MCW Georgia. What in the daylight is going on? I can't blame promoter Bert Prentice for being upset. This is absolutely preposterous.
The way I see it is this. I compare it to Tanya Tucker's recent $300 million lawsuit against Capitol Records. She claims that Capitol Records is no longer promoting her albums and instead promoting the albums of someone else. That someone else being Garth Brooks. Bert Prentice, plain and simple, it's the Colorado Kid Style and Shane show, and no one else has a fair shot. So Bill Behrens took it upon himself to hire Reno Riggins and hire back Stephen Dunn, who was suspended as the Tennessee Vols, and they are back in MCW as a part of MCW Georgia.
Now, quite frankly, for the fans that perhaps didn't catch the fact that you said, and you spoke correctly, that Stephen Dunn was suspended, he dropped a referee on his head, for goodness sakes. He deserved to be suspended. He's the Latrell Sprewell of MCW. The fact of the matter is, and I can't believe you said that about the Colorado Kid and Style and Shane, the fact of the matter is the man in the ring right now, the man that held the North American belt and would still have it if not for Honest John, the man that has held that belt for a longer period of time than anyone else, the man that beat the King Jerry Lawler when he was the unified champion and upset him. He's a man that deserves much more respect, not only in MCW, but in the whole world of professional wrestling. Colorado Kid is a star, pure and simple. And the fact of the matter is, he's carrying the banner proudly of MCW. He is a great role model for these fans at ringside, and we have a big crowd on hand in Nashville for this television taping. And I got a feeling tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, that man, Colorado Kid, is going to wear the gold again.
You can be a role model all you want, but if you're not the best man in the ring on any given night, you're not going to be the champ. Colorado Kid has another shot at Recon tonight, and Honest John, I hear he's going to be there, and I know he's going to make sure that Recon gets a fair shake, and we'll see if the Kid has what it takes tonight. And if he does, then I'll be the first one to come back here next week and say he does. But if he doesn't, then Recon will still be the North American champ.
Right now, Chris Kearns in the ring out of Savannah, Tennessee, trying to drop down on Colorado. He missed it. Count of two. Roll up. Count of two on Colorado. Here they go around the ring. Colorado coming up. Nice arm drag takedown, and down he goes. You know, the action in MCW, we said it earlier in the program, how hot and heavy it's gotten. The fact of the matter is every arena that MCW goes, when the people leave, they've got a smile on their face. They're hankering to come back, and that's why the crowds are growing. The crowds are growing also, and I'll give credit where credit is due, as you said you would do. MCW Georgia every Thursday night at 7:30 at the Georgia Bell Flea Market on Highway 78. All the stars in that organization, or that, as I call it, splinter group of the MCW organization, they put on one whale of a wrestling show in Georgia. And the fact of the matter is, whether they're the Tennessee Vols or the Georgia Vols or whoever they are, if you see MCW on the banner, it means you're going to get very, very good professional wrestling, fit for the whole family.
That's right. And earlier in this show, the promoter of MCW, Bert, I've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles Prentice, introduced MCW Southern Tennessee promoters. They're going to be running some shows in Southern Tennessee on a regular basis. And Chris Kearns, if he doesn't get some offense in, I don't know if we'll be seeing him on those shows, because the Colorado Kid seems to have things under control.
I just hope he wakes up before this match is over. Colorado Kid moving in. To the ropes goes Kearns. Oh, missed him. He tried to throw that elbow, and that right there could have ended the match, but he missed. And Kearns right away takes advantage. Now, here's a mistake of a young wrestler, Al. He should have gone after that elbow. Instead, he went to the top of the head.
That's a good point. It looked for a little while like Kearns might have been playing possum, but then he didn't follow through, as you said, and it looks like Colorado Kid might be back in the swing of things. Kearns picks him up. Colorado flips over behind him. Kearns turn around. Oh, here it is, the Rocky Mountain Flat Top.
And this man can deliver a crushing blow, and indeed he did. 1, 2, 3, nobody, absolutely nobody gets up from that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most asked question here at MCW Wrestling: how do you get the Colorado Kid t-shirt? How you get the Wolfie D t-shirt? How you get the Style and Shane t-shirt? The Style and Shane video, buttons, photo buttons, pictures, souvenirs, anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the address is there on the screen. P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee, 37217. You mark that on your envelope, put in $2 to cover the cost of the catalog and shipping, and we will send you a catalog of MCW merchandise. And I mean everything from the photo buttons to the pictures to the caps, the mugs, the T-shirts of your favorite wrestling stars. Order a catalog today for just $2, and that'll cover the shipping and the cost of the catalog, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Over 200 videos are listed in there. Anything you want pertaining to MCW Wrestling, this is where you get it. Right today.
I was an assistant manager at a fast food restaurant. I worked nights and weekends, but still didn't make much money. I needed to make a change. I'm so glad I called Herzing College. Now I have a good-paying job and spend more time with my kids. I finally have a college degree, and my family is really proud of me.
For the life you want, get the skills you need to start your business career. Call Herzing College now at 404-816-4533. That's 816-4533.
You don't have to be alone tonight. Just call me.
Pick up the phone. I'm live. Let's party.
We can have a really good time. When you call me.
Pick up the phone.
This call is free, so call now. 1-800-919-9000. You don't have to be alone tonight. Just call me. 1-800-919-9000.
Pick up the phone.
Well, we hope you're enjoying today's program, ladies and gentlemen. We want to remind you of a big card coming to Eatonton, Georgia, a week from tonight. Over there at the Pool Rec Center, and that's on the 19th, over there in Putnam County. And I mean, Bill Behrens is promoting a big one over there. I don't like that man very much, but I'm telling you, he's got MCW Georgia kicking down there. In the main event, you'll see Billy Black taking on Recon. Also, they tell me Humongous is going to be in the building.
Lord Humongous is going to be in the building, and he has some unsettled issues with many of the stars in MCW Georgia. He's on the loose, he's on a rampage, and who knows who his next victim's going to be.
And you know, the big news down in Georgia, there's a new tag team. Frenchie Riviera and Silky Boom Boom, and they call him Hot and Heavy. He went from Ladies' Night Out, now he's Hot and Heavy. And they're taking on the centerfolds with the wily professor in his corner. You'll also see Rex King, Lance Erickson. Ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on and on. The high-flying Shannon Moore is coming to MCW Georgia. That's all going to happen Saturday night. And I'm shipping them some of them famous Burt Prentice hot dogs. You can get them right down there at the Pool Rec Center in Putnam County at Eatonton a week from tonight. MCW Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing like seeing it live. Hot Georgia action coming at you. Get on out to Eatonton this Saturday night.
Chris Hamrick in the ring making his MCW debut against Dr. Feelgood. Chris Hamrick comes to MCW highly regarded, has wrestled for the World Wrestling Federation, also wrestled throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, and it's great to have him here in MCW, Michael.
Well, the gauntlet has been thrown down. Yes, it's great to see new athletes come into MCW, but boy, do we have a fight on our hands. Come tonight at the Fairgrounds Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Six-man tag action. The Vols and Brickhouse Brown, the Unholy Alliance. Oh, wow, look at Hamrick off the top rope. And Dr. Feelgood sprawn on the floor. And Hamrick back into the ring. Tonight at the Fairgrounds, though, the Unholy Alliance of the Vols and Brickhouse Brown against the Black Sheep and perhaps the most black sheep of them all, Recon, on the other side of the ring.
During the last match, I said aloud, how could they top what happened last week at the Fairgrounds? I think we have our answer, a big six-man war. Stephen Dunn just said he has some personal issues from the past with Recon that he's going to get settled at the Fairgrounds tonight.
Look at that move by Hamrick. He hung up Dr. Feelgood. He hung him out to dry and then put a boot across his head and brought him back into the ring. Well, when you see MCW wrestling action come to your area, whether it be Louisville, Kentucky, the Mix Factory in Nashville, Tennessee on Monday nights, or the Big Raw's War Party, which is just growing bigger and bigger every week, no matter where you see it, Southern Tennessee, Northern Alabama, oh! Hamrick down to the floor as Dr. Feelgood moved out of the way, and Hamrick flush on his back on the hard concrete floor at the Expo Center, and this young man is hurt.
Incredible, the style today, high-risk maneuvers. Chris Hamrick just went for Dr. Feelgood. Feelgood moved out of the way, and Hamrick just, landed on the floor again. That's flesh and bone against a solid concrete. This Dr. Feelgood, a native of Beverly Hills, California, been wrestling for 3 years, trained in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is one of the wrestling capitals of the United States, along with, of course, Nashville, Tennessee.
And, of course, North Carolina at one time, probably the epitome of professional wrestling, centered the whole wrestling world at one time, probably centered out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I was just looking at Hamrick's back. I mean, he hit that concrete twice, and now Dr. Feelgood with a backbreaker right across the spine. This man is black and blue, and every time he hit the concrete, my bones jarred, and I'm just watching the action.
It's incredible, the intestinal fortitude of Chris Hamrick, just the fact that he's still in the ring, that he didn't just give up call for the stretcher to take him to the hospital. It shows that this guy's something. He's held numerous titles throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, both in the heavyweight and light heavyweight division. Great maneuver, doesn't get the pin.
Springboard off the second rope. We want to say hello to our fans in and around Victorville, California, in the high desert outside of Los Angeles, who watch MCW Wrestling each and every week on Channel 64 on Saturday and Sunday morning. Dr. Feelgood makes the move and clotheslines his man down. Also, we want to say hello to our fans in Dayton, Ohio, Channel 51 in Dayton, WUCT television. Every Saturday night, they get MCW Wrestling action. Of course, my father from Dayton, Ohio, one of the fine Midwestern cities, a wonderful place to visit, and a great wrestling city, I might add.
Dr. Feelgood looks to be on top in this match. Speaking of great wrestling, that's the DOA. That's his finishing move, the DOA, a gut wrench into a powerbomb. But he's wasting too much time. He should go for the pin, cover him.
Boy, I see that so many times with these young wrestlers where they just don't finish off the job. They got to get the job done. Too much showboating. You got to finish your man when you got him down. Here's Dr. Feelgood climbing the ropes. He's got Hamrick set up. Now Hamrick attempting to climb up there with him. He's trying to make a move. Hamrick there to the very top.
Looks like Feelgood's going to powerbomb him off the top.
And that's exactly what happened. Holy Toledo.
Cover him.
This ring has taken a beating. Chris Hamrick's back has taken a beating. 1, 2, and a count of 2 was all he got in Hamrick. Where did he get the opportunity or the power to bring that shoulder up? And he brought it up again.
Incredible. These two men have battled it all out. This is both men's first appearance here on MCW, and the winner is obviously going to be looked at for future opportunities, and the loser may not. So, Dr. Feelgood, when you've got your man beat, you've got to take advantage of that.
Whoa! Well, Dr. Feelgood taking a little bit too much time in the operating room.
And I don't think he's feeling so good right now, Michael.
And right now, Chris Hamrick trying to take over. Feelgood trying to get his balance. Both men on the top from way off the top rope. A front head scissors from 3 floors upstairs. Down goes Feelgood. And Hamrick gets his hand raised, but I think that move may have taken as much off of Chris Hamrick as it did off Feelgood. What a show of aerial wrestling on MCW today.
A standing top rope Frankensteiner by Chris Hamrick. After all the punishment he took, he was able to hit that maneuver, and that spelled the difference. Chris Hamrick victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most asked question here at MCW Wrestling, how do you get the Colorado Kid t-shirt? How you get the Wolfie D t-shirt? How you get the Style and Shane t-shirt? The Style and Shane video, buttons, photo buttons, pictures, souvenirs, anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the address is there on the screen. P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee, 37217. You mark that on your envelope. Put in $2 to cover the cost of the catalog and shipping, and we will send you a catalog of MCW merchandise. And I mean everything from the photo buttons to the pictures to the caps, the mugs, the T-shirts of your favorite wrestling stars. Order a catalog today for just $2, and that'll cover the shipping and the cost of the catalog, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Over 200 videos are listed in there. Anything you want pertaining to MCW Wrestling, this is where you get it. Right today.
It's hot, but it's going to get hotter. Call 1-800-50-GIRLS.
It's hot. It's free. Call now.
Try it for free right now. We've got all the action you can handle. All the action we know you're looking for. Call 1-800-50-GIRLS. Do it now.
It's easy, it's fun, so call now.
Live your fantasy tonight. Talk live one-on-one with exciting women. We'll talk about whatever you want for the new low price of only 99 cents a minute. Call toll-free 1-800-295-WILD. Private live action for only 99 cents a minute. Call 1-800-295-WILD. Call toll-free now.
And we're back here on MCW as the MCW Georgia heavyweight champion Billy Black, along with Honest John, squares off against Ruckus.
You know, in talking to Billy Black and Honest John, one thing about Honest John, he's a big man and he has a lot of words to say. But in one thing in talking about him, and I tried to make an impression on him and on Billy Black, that if you're going to get respect in MCW, this is a tough conference of professional wrestling. You got to get respect here. You got to earn it in the ring. Now, Billy Black is a tough customer. We know that, and he is the MCW Georgia champion. But the fact remains, at some point in time, he and the Colorado Kid are going to have to collide. There's going to have to be one champion in MCW.
That's right, and also I understand several wrestlers are lining up to get a crack at the MCW Georgia Heavyweight Championship as MCW Georgia makes its presence felt. And as far as Honest John, he comes out, he says he wants respect from the fans. I don't understand why they don't give it to him. My Uncle Dennis told me he bought a used car from Honest John, and it's the greatest car he's ever owned.
Well, he's going to have to earn it around here, that's for sure. Ruckus, the opponent in this match for the Georgia champion of MCW, Billy Black. You know, I hate to see factions develop in professional wrestling, but there seems to be a definite schism, if you would, in MCW between the Georgia faction and the Tennessee faction. And Bill Behrens, who is the distributor of MCW, of course, out of Atlanta.
And he does a fine job at it.
And he does do a good job at it, but he is a distributor. You know, quite frankly, I don't try to be matchmaker, or I don't try to be referee, or I don't try to be manager. I just try to call the action as best I can for the fans at home. But the fact of the matter remains is that there definitely is a division between the Georgia faction and the Tennessee faction in MCW. And quite frankly, I hate to see it.
Well, what you have to realize is that what Bill Behrens does for MCW and what Bert Prentice does for MCW cannot be compared. If you just have Bert Prentice, what do you have? A small, local promotion based out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Mr. Getz, I disagree with you. First of all, I've worked with many, many promoters over my career, and I've got to tell you, Bert Prentice is an outstanding promoter, and I'll tell you what makes him good. Number one, he listens to the fans, and number two, he pits wrestlers in the ring, both on television and in the matches in the arenas across the country, that fans would absolutely live and breathe to see. And that makes him a good promoter.
You say he listens to the fans. He listens to the Nashville fans. What Bill Behrens does, he provides MCW programming for stations all across the country and gets feedback from people all across the country seeing what they want. And so Bert represents a very small cross-section of the United States population, and Bill Behrens represents a much larger scope of it.
Billy Black, the Georgia MCW champion, with that arm bar on Ruckus. Here comes Ruckus firing back. Billy Black taken to the ropes, but he lifted the foot and put it in the midsection, and Ruckus goes down. You know, and it also, I have to raise the question, and every time I see a character like an Honest John at ringside, especially in the corner of a man like Billy Black, who's a tough customer on his own, what does Billy Black need with Honest John? I mean, Billy Black is a champion. He can take care of himself. Honest John, to me, is more like a leech that sort of leeches on to whoever's got the goal.
Well, as we've discussed in the past, professional wrestling is not just a physically demanding sport, it's also a mentally demanding sport. And if you have someone, a manager, to take care of contract negotiations and endorsement deals for you, then that allows you more concentration on what's going on inside the squared circle. And it certainly doesn't seem to hurt Billy Black, as he has the advantage on his opponent, Ruckus.
One thing about Billy Black, he is in big demand. I had an opportunity to read an email on the web of MCW Wrestling, which, by the way, www.mcwrestling.com, on a very, very hot wrestling website. But I got a chance to read an email this week where Billy Black is rumored to be going to Asia and may even be wrestling in Singapore by putting his title on the line. And that's the last thing you want to do with MCW. You don't want to see that belt end up in Asia, where you got to send somebody over there to get the doggone thing back.
What's wrong with Asia? Have you ever been there?
No, unfortunately, I haven't.
Beautiful place. My Uncle Dennis went there, told me all about it.
Your Uncle Dennis?
Yes, my Uncle Dennis. But as we're talking about Billy Black, and as we've talked about, international experience is what can often make the difference. Billy Black goes for a cover, only gets a 2 count, and Billy Black has extensive experience in Japan, overseas, and also on nationwide TV on ESPN not too long ago with the Global Wrestling Federation, and now here in MCW. That seems to spell the difference, as wrestlers have had a hard time taking that Georgia heavyweight title off of his waist.
And right now, Billy Black with a short arm bar on Ruckus and putting the pressure on. This is sort of an old style. I hate to use the word old style, but it is. It's an old school wrestling hold. It's that short arm bar, and this can take an awful lot out of a man. You've got a young man in there in Ruckus that has a lot of strength and a lot of stability and a lot of energy. But right now, the veteran expertise of Billy Black beginning to take over in this match.
Well, there's a lot of debate about old style or old school versus new style or new school. And the basic fact of the matter, back in 1913, the state of New York and the city of Detroit banned the headlock. Mind you, the headlock, because it was a potentially lethal maneuver. People think that the old style doesn't work anymore, but as we're seeing right now, Billy Black is using it to perfection.
And right now, Billy Black neutralizing his opponent. He's got him outside the ring ropes, and he's just trying to keep him at bay outside. And right now, referee Gene Johnson turning his attention to Honest John, who continues to caroom around the ring side of the floor area. There's a body slam by Black. He followed with the elbow, but nobody home. Ruckus up and out of the way. Let's see if he can make a comeback right here, because Ruckus has an opportunity. The window of opportunity open, and now he drops the knee across the chest of Billy Black.
He's taken a lot of punishment throughout this match, but he sees this as his chance. Remember, it only takes 3 seconds, although Ruckus might be taking a little too much time on the top rope, and nobody home.
They're right about that. High-risk maneuver gave Billy Black time to recuperate, and the MCW Georgia champion goes back to where he started, taking over on Ruckus. Now Billy Black going, look at this moonsault. Somersault down, 1, hooks the leg, 2, 3. There you see the veteran expertise of Billy Black hooking that leg and taking the victory over Ruckus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most asked question here at MCW Wrestling: how do you get the Colorado Kid t-shirt? How you get the Wolfie D t-shirt? How you get the Style and Shane t-shirt? The Style and Shane video, buttons, photo buttons, pictures, souvenirs, anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the address is there on the screen. P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee 37217. You mark that on your envelope. Put in $2 to cover the cost of the catalog and shipping, and we will send you a catalog of MCW merchandise. And I mean everything from the photo buttons to the pictures to the caps, the mugs, the T-shirts of your favorite wrestling stars. Order a catalog today for just $2, and that'll cover the shipping and the cost of the catalog, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Over 200 videos are listed in there. Anything you want pertaining to MCW Wrestling, this is where you get it. Right today.
There's this saying that sobriety can't open the gates of heaven to let you in, but it can open the gates of hell to let you out.
Many more people die as a result of addiction to a substance than get help.
You want to change desperately, and you can't do it.
What calling will offer you is the opportunity to do something about that problem.
And I want you to know that it's okay to feel how you're feeling and that I'm here to help you.
Don't wait. Call today.
They saved my life.
Has your home phone been disconnected? ComSouth can get you talking again for just $49. Owe another phone company money? We'll hook you up for only $49. That's right. You can get unlimited local calls and 911 emergency access now for just $49 a month. No deposit, no credit, no ID. Just $49 for your first month's service. Don't be without a home phone, and don't pay more than $49. Call our local agent to join ComSouth now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one has gotten underway before we can even ring the bell. Referee Eric Hicks is going to have his hands full. These are the balls against Flash Flanigan and Wolfie D. And whoa, my goodness, the black sheep in the balls. What a match, Bert Prentice. You put the match on TV today.
I want to clarify one thing here to Mr. Dunn and Mr. Riggins. There you go. Hope he hit his head. I hope he cracked his skull. The belts are not on the line here. The belts are still held up. This match has nothing to do with the titles in any way.
Well, this match, though, right here, was something that just occurred I'm sure spur of the moment, and I will go give Bert Prentice total credit that he puts the matches on television that the fans want to see. But the fact of the matter is, I think Bert was sort of pushed over the limit by Bill Behrens, who is an officer in this corporation, as Bill Behrens now has taken over the contracts. MCW Georgia has taken over the contract of the Vols.
I don't buy this spur of the moment. I think it's premeditated. Bert Prentice, week after week, comes out and suspends people left and right for no reason. He's trying to be the king of Tennessee. And as we both know, there's only one king in Tennessee. But you see, if Bert were as smart a promoter as everyone says he is, he would not put this match on TV and instead have the match tonight at the fairgrounds, which I understand is still going to happen. But instead of putting it on TV, he should have just told everyone to come to the fairgrounds, because that's what makes a good promoter, is putting those butts in the seats.
You know something? I'm watching Flash Flanigan and Wolfie D with some masterful teamwork, and I can't help but be reminded of the younger days. And these guys have just been together for a short period of time, but they work as well as the younger days of PG-13. And what I'm seeing here is probably a 90s or a millennium version of that tremendous tag team.
PG-13, one of the top tag teams in the southeastern region and throughout the country. It's interesting when you match up the Black Sheep against the Vols. Flash Flanigan goes for a cover. Stephen Dunn kicks out. You have Stephen Dunn, who is a very prolific tag team wrestler. He's held many titles with many different partners, most notably Rex King, also Scott Peterson, and Reno Riggins. You also have on the other side Wolfie D, who is a very prolific tag team wrestler, but with the same partner, JC Ice. So we have yet to see if this team of Wolfie D and Flash Flanigan can achieve the same success, whereas Stephen Dunn has proven that no matter who the partner is, he can be successful. With a partner like Reno Riggins, you can't not be successful.
Look at this. Sunset flip on Riggins. He count of two. Look at this. A bridge. Count of one, count of two. Now these guys, they're showing you right here, they can wrestle. Yeah, they're fighters. They're people that are very mean. They're mean when they want to be, but they're real pros when they want to be. And look at this. Reno Riggins is down. Flash Flanigan has got him for a count of two, but that's all he could get. Perhaps the count a bit slow. Nashville, Tennessee, Louisville, Kentucky, wherever MCW is, you're going to see this kind of action. You have got two evenly matched teams. You've got two teams on television today that are a main event in any arena in the country and any wrestling organization in the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most asked question here at MCW Wrestling: how do you get the Colorado Kid t-shirt? How you get the Wolfie D t-shirt? How you get the Style and Shane t-shirt? The Style and Shane video, buttons, photo buttons, pictures, souvenirs, anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the address is there on the screen. P.O. Box 17855, Nashville, Tennessee 37217. You mark that on your envelope. Put in $2 to cover the cost of the catalog and shipping, and we will send you a catalog of MCW merchandise. And I mean everything from the photo buttons to the pictures to the caps, the mugs, the T-shirts of your favorite wrestling stars. Order a catalog today for just $2, and that'll cover the shipping and the cost of the catalog, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Over 200 videos are listed in there. Anything you want pertaining to MCW wrestling, this is where you get it. Right today.
Ready for some hot action tonight? Hot, wild babes want to light your fire. Call 1-800-778-HEAT. That's 1-800-778-HEAT. Talk with hot babes for only 99 cents a minute. I'll light up your night. Call now.
This is it. Today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's the biggest motorsports event to ever hit the South. Peterson presents the Ford U.S. Truck Fest. It's the baddest monster trucks ever built in the Monster Truck Challenge. Bigfoot Monster Patrol, Carolina Crusher, the WCW Monster Sting, and more. Plus monster ride trucks, show and shine trucks, sand racing, Trailmaster rock trucks, extreme off-road trucks. And kids see it all for just $5. Truck Fest. This is it. Your last chances today at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
One of the dancers, and I understand that Princess D might be taking matters into her own hands. She said the only way that she can prove to all these Nashville fans that she is true class might be by going down to Ken's Club and giving a little performance of her own. And while I normally don't go to these things, if Princess D is going to be there, I'm going to be the first in line.
Well, I'll say this, Princess D has made some tremendous performances inside the squared circle. You don't want to mess with her in a wrestling ring. You don't want to mess with the Vols, whether they're the Tennessee Vols or the Georgia Vols. But right now, Flash Flanigan in a fight for life in the ring, trying to make the tag, and he made it. And here comes Wolfie D, and Wolfie goes right after Stephen Dunn. The referee didn't see it.
The referee didn't see it. Eric Hicks didn't see it. And now Reno Riggins in. Referee still trying to get Wolfie D out. This is where the over-eagerness of Wolfie D and Flash Flanigan play against themselves. They are more interested in beating the tar out of the Vols than actually scoring a win in this wrestling match. Beautiful move by Reno Riggins. I'll tell you this, Reno Riggins with his feet on the ropes. Referee sees it. About time the ref saw something. Reno Riggins, a 10-year veteran of this sport, without a doubt one of the most underrated wrestlers in this sport today. And now that he's teaming with Stephen Dunn and the Vols are top contenders for those held-up North American Tag Team titles, fans all across the country.
Look at that! Look at that! A double DDT! And Dunn and Riggins are down. Flanigan is down. And the only man left standing is outside the ring. And he can do nothing, that being Wolfie D. He needs that tag. The Vols trying to regain their composure. Stephen Dunn back to his feet. Flash Flanigan caught in the corner. Through the leg. Makes the tag.
Wolfie D in. Wolfie D cleaning house on both members of the Vols. He's waited a long time to get in the ring. Been on that corner for a while. And now that he's in, he's not going to let up. There's a big boot to the midsection for Steve Dunn. Oh, face first into the canvas.
This is when Wolfie D is at his absolute best. The odds are against him. But look at this. A reverse neck breaker. Down goes Reno Riggins. Wolfie D, will he cover him? And now all four men in the ring. Flanigan's back in the ring after Steve Dunn. Double whip into the rope. Double sunset flip coming up. They got him. 1, 2. They locked him down for a count of 2, but that was it.
But why is Flash trying to pin Stephen Dunn? They're not the legal men. The legal men are Wolfie D and Reno Riggins. The referee needs to restore some form of order.
Here comes that teamwork I was alluding to earlier in this match. Look how these two men work together. Oh! Wolfie, cover. 1, 2. And in to save the day, Stephen Dunn from outside the ring.
Well, good, because Flash has been in there for like 5 minutes after making the tag, so it's okay that Steve Dunn comes in because it was a 2-on-1 the whole time. The Flash running in again. Come on, get him out of there.
Referee Eric Hicks has lost control of this one with these men. Look, Stephen Dunn has gone after one of the security people. He's grabbing a chair. Princess D has got a chair.
Oh, inside the ring, Wolfie D and Flash just hit counting sheep on Reno Riggins. Our camera was following Stephen Dunn, but they just hit their finishing move.
Where's the count?
Reno Riggins.
Referee trying to keep Flash Flanigan at bay. Dunn's in the ring with a chair. Whoa!
Stephen Dunn just cranked Wolfie D across the head with that chair. Flash Flanigan just assaulted the referee, and there's another chair shot.
Referee calling for the bell here, and the Vols have that chair, and they are going to work on Wolfie D and Flash Flanigan. Wolfie D has been lacerated severely above the right eye. Chairs being thrown into the ring by the Vols. This is getting well out of hand. This match, of course, put on television by promoter Bert Prentice after Stephen Dunn was suspended by MCW, reinstated in a new contract by MCW Georgia Division, and this match now well out of hand. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Powerbomb through 2 chairs. Powerbomb through 2 chairs by Reno Riggins, and the Vols are sending a message to Wolfie D and Flash Flanigan.